I stared at the screen for a long time. The words freeze account blinked back like a dare. $21,763.84. That was the total. Every dollar came from my patience, from nights I sat grading essays online with sore eyes and aching hands, from furniture I sold, lunches I skipped, and promises I made to myself that it would all be worth it. And now, the people I loved most had used that love like a debit card. I scrolled through the list of linked payments, flights, villa, car rental, excursions, even the breakfast baskets I'd ordered for the kids. Every detail had my name attached, my signature, my trust. Trust that now felt foolish. The cursor still hovered over that button. Freeze account. It would stop every transaction instantly. No warnings. No explanations. Just silence, the same kind they'd given me. But instead of clicking, I opened a blank document and started typing. A list. Not of bookings or reminders. A list of names. Carol, my old church friend whose son hadn't called since she finished chemo. Louise, widowed last year, still bringing her husband's photo to Sunday service. Frances, who raised her grandkids but was never invited to their graduations. And Beverly, sweet Beverly, who once told me no one's ever taken a picture of me on a beach. Women like me, forgotten in the background of family portraits we paid to frame. When I finished the list, I saved the file and whispered to the quiet room, maybe it's time the forgotten took a vacation. Then I clicked yes. The bank confirmed. All linked cards have been paused. No further transactions will be processed without authorization. The sound of that tiny confirmation tone felt louder than any argument I could have had. I closed the laptop, leaned back, and stared at the dark window. My reflection looked older, yes, but not weaker. For the first time in years, I felt something stronger than disappointment. Clarity. I walked back to the table, unwrapped the little keychains one by one. The tags read Aloha from Grandma. I placed them in a neat pile, not as gifts, but as reminders. I had spent years believing that giving enough would earn me a place at the table. But maybe giving was never the problem. Maybe who I gave to was. I poured myself a cup of tea and sat in the stillness. The house didn't feel empty anymore, it felt mine. Somewhere between one sip and the next, a calm thought slipped through the ache. Maybe this was never supposed to be their trip. Maybe it was always supposed to be mine. The next morning, the first sunlight spilled across my kitchen counter, catching on the mason jar I kept behind the flour container. My dream jar, the one no one knew about. I picked it up, dusted it off, and smiled. If they didn't want me on their vacation, I'd make one they could never be part of. Because love, real love, doesn't vanish when it's refused. It redirects. They thought I'd stay quiet, that I'd keep paying for my own absence. But they forgot mothers don't stop giving. We just start giving differently.